Chinese is not hard, it is slow if you do it wrong. People think it might take from 5 to 10 years to master this language, being the hardest language in the world. But I've done it in 8 months and I passed HSK 5 in 8 months. So today I'm gonna teach you a fast method to learn Chinese. Obviously, it takes time and consistency. So watch this video and I'll tell you how to do it. Now, the first thing that people tell you when you're learning a language is to learn 1000 high frequency words. And in your brain, you overcomplicate it because you think like, oh my god, 1000 words. But you didn't break them down because if you think about it, 6 months of time divided by 10 words per day makes a total of 1000 words. So you just need to learn 10 new words every single day to start speaking Chinese after 6 months. But this is where people get it wrong. You don't start speaking Chinese after 6 months. You start speaking Chinese right away from day one. So let's say in day one you learn 10 words. Now you're gonna ask me like, Alessia, how can I speak? You don't have to make a complicated conversation with a Chinese professor. You just need to actually use those 10 words that you know to create 1 or 2 sentences, even 3 sentences you can create, and you start saying them out loud. What people do is they actually learn so many words and then they are stuck. They might know even more than 1000 words. They might even know 5000 words, but they have never had the courage to start and speaking. And they will tell you something like, oh, but there is nobody in my city that speaks Chinese. That is just BS. Why is it? Because I live in Italy. Obviously, before I was living in China. But let's say right now I'm in Italy. And let's say I want to speak Chinese. And let's say the internet doesn't exist. And I have to find somebody here. I will tell you something. I'm not in Rome and I'm not living in Milan, so I'm not living in a big city. I'm living in a city, in a little town, it's not even a city, of 15,000 inhabitants. Still, I can find 2 or 3 Chinese people to talk with. And I'm telling you, I'm 25, they are not 25, they are like 50 years old. You understand? They still became my friends and we still created this very nice bond. Why? Because when you tell people, now I told them 8 years ago that I wanted to learn Chinese. When you tell people that you want to, Chinese people, that you want to learn their language, they're gonna go crazy about you. Now I don't have to learn Chinese anymore, but I can still go to them and I can still have a conversation with them. And they're so amazed by people, by foreigners, that they want to learn Chinese. And I'm telling you, this is such a thing that you have to be grateful for, because if you go to other cultures, like let's say you're learning Norwegian, and you go to somebody like in Norway and you tell them like, oh, you know, I'm learning your language, they're gonna be like, okay, stay away from me. And this is actually something that it's never going to happen with Chinese people, because first of all, Chinese people, they want to learn English. And for them, it's very, very difficult to learn English. So if you go to them and you tell them, I will teach you English, in exchange, you teach me Chinese, they're gonna be more than happy to spend all their afternoons with you. And second, it's obviously because they are very open-minded and they like foreigners, they love you, so they can't wait to speak with you. It's just that you have to stop thinking, oh, I cannot speak Chinese. No, it doesn't matter. If you tell them, ni hao, they're gonna be like, oh my god, you speak Chinese, that's so great. They're gonna appreciate you even if you just say hello to them in Chinese. So as you can see, you've got no excuses. You start learning words today. Today you start and learn 10 words, and you have to promise me that after this video you're gonna learn 10 words. Tomorrow again you learn 10, and by the end of the week you will know 70 words. And obviously you have to repeat them every single day. For example, right now I am trying to learn again Arabic. So what did I do? I will show you. I actually created my own flashcards, like they are ugly, but it's not about being ugly. It's about like creating things, you know, like where you have words, for example, I don't know, ma'aka. I know that it means with you. I've learned this yesterday and I'm going to receive today, okay? Then we have an atakallam. It's to speak, you see, and there is nothing, by the way, there is nothing behind it. I didn't write the translation, I just wrote the Arabic word. Okay, so this is what you do. You create flashcards, kalilan, a little bit. You create flashcards for obviously Chinese. I'm creating them for Arabic because I'm not learning Chinese anymore, guys. I'm teaching Chinese now. So you create yourself flashcards and you review those words every single day. You learn them today. Tomorrow you're going to add 10 more words and you're going to review yesterday's words as well, otherwise you're gonna forget them. And by the way, guys, if you already know a bunch of words in Chinese, but you don't know how to put them together and start speaking Chinese, you can check out my ebook. I created this ebook with 100 Chinese phrases for beginners. These phrases, you can use them daily with your Chinese friends and you can start speaking Chinese right away. So check it out, I will leave you the link in the description. And obviously, one thing that you should do is actually to not only learn words, you should also learn sentences. So what people usually do, they just learn words and then they make sentences. You can do also the opposite. For example, you learn one sentence and then you break it down into words. Let's say you learn 你叫什么名字?你叫什么名字 is a phrase, right? And it means what's your name? So now that you have learned what's your name in Chinese, you have to understand what does 你 mean. 你 means you. 叫 to be called. 什么 what. 名字 there you go. You have already got 4 words from one sentence. So you can basically learn upwards, okay? This is a different way of what people usually do. And before I was saying about speaking from day one, because people are always putting a lot of efforts in the listening, but then they start speaking after 6 months, 7 months, 1 year, whatever. So what I would advise you to do is to do it 50-50. You have to do 50% listening and 50% a day of speaking. I don't care if you don't have any Chinese person beside you. Either you do what I told you before, or you can also speak Chinese to yourself. Like you can literally like speak to yourself phrases and sentences and still it's gonna work. It's better than doing zero speaking at all. Obviously, your study routine shouldn't just be about speaking and listening. It should be about writing, it should be about, I don't know, reading. So if you're serious about Chinese, you have to do all of them. And now, if you want to know how I learned Chinese in only 8 months, 8 years ago, you must watch this video here and I'll see you there. Bye bye!